Greetings! Welcome to another Alpha Magnus review. Today we're going to go over something a little different, but not. I've done a couple. I have Demistros. I have the Headless Horseman. Today we're going to go over Skullman. So I want to thank Comics 1017 for this trip to what was that? ZOLOCON. This is a ZOLOCON exclusive. It shows you everything here, who did everything. If you want to pause that and look, visit the entire collection. As far as I know, this is an exclusive to the convention, but it might just be that the extra heads are exclusive. This is Warrior Beasts. I've already taken it out of the package because I could not wait for this one. I was so excited. It is the ZOLOCON 2024 exclusive. I could not go to ZOLOCON because I had no money and no PTO. Now I'm unemployed, so I can do whatever I want, but no money still. Here he is. This is pretty much how he comes out of the package, except I did swap out the white gloves for that. So this is his secondary look. Let's zoom in here. So if you're unfamiliar with this line, this is one of the Warrior Beast, at least. It was one of the old Remco lines where they took the He-Man sales and were like, hey, we should make our own He-Man. And they made this. So this is the secondary look. We'll get into the actual look that they had the first in a second. This is the secondary look. This is what they came up with when Mattel sued them for making theirs look way too much like Skeletor. And you'll see that in the next thing. I personally think that it's kind of dumb because they changed a lot of colors, and he doesn't really look like Skeletor. He does have this back part, which is part of the, I guess, the 1.0 body. I'm not a big Four Horsemen fan. I am a big fan of this kind of stuff where they do the homages to really weird lines. So I got this one. I got the PowerCon exclusive Demistros. And as I said, I got the second set of the Horseman, wherever he went. I don't know where he's going. Oh, he's up there. Wasn't really impressed with that one. I like Demistros enough. And this guy I like a lot better. But I'm still being told that he's only the first body buck that they made. 1.0 body. So I think I need to experience a 2.0 one of these days. Let's take a look. So he does have all of the usual Four Horsemen articulation. We got a thigh swivel here, and then the single jointed leg with a ball joint and swivel at the. Or sorry, not a ball joint. What was that? The rocker swivel there. It does also have an ankle, but that's built in because of how this guy works. These are meant to be like customized and swapped around. Really do like these. My toy line, I hope to be like this. You can actually swap out the hands, which we're going to get into that in a second because I have an issue with one of my parts. Swivel here, and this does open up, so this is actually real awesome. Pop that off. You can actually take these parts off. These have wires in them, maybe too many wires, I don't know. And then this is of course a wired cape that I've got there. Now you can pop the hands off. The hands are two different kinds. So the whiter, the more vibrant hands have this forearm plate there. I did just drop his singular knife. We can pop this off. And then you can pop the feet off as well. So this is where it gets into the... one foot comes off real easy. The other one's not. All right. So this is our base body. I'm not going to take the other part off here. The belt. Pretty okay. You get some articulation here. He's got the swivel at the waist. That is your ball joint and your diaphragm, which not a fan of that. No butterfly joints on these guys. The head is just basically ball jointed on the top. I like Four Horsemen stuff. I do not love it thus far. And for the price, these I think are usually like 50 or 60 bucks. Woof. They do have much better paint than most figures out there, so that is part of that premium price. But they do also have different versions, like levels, where you can get like a base body that's just cheaper but less paint. So that is appreciated too. I do like that aspect of this, but I'm not going to be jumping in there. The figures that I want are coming from Masterverse for that, and none of the original characters really speak to me. That's why the homages are really what I go for. Let's take a look at the accessories. Everything came in this blister pack. I am probably keeping this one. This one's one of the rare times where I'm going to be keeping the packaging, because the packaging is actually part of the presentation. But we're going to get into what's different here. So this was the hands here. They kind of made him look like the old toy version. But he does come with the Skeletor feet, which, this is the problem. I kind of want two of this guy now. So if he does come up as a normal figure that only has one part, I'm going to buy a second one and then just make the other chunk the other body parts. The other model does also have the white hands to go with that. We're not going to worry about those right now, though. And then we have our... This is where I have an issue. So this barely fits in here. And then when it does, it pops out really easy. So he does have another knife holding hand for that and that. We're going to pop this one here. Where this one fits nice. This one's not. So I might have to try to, like, I don't know. I got to fix that because it's not going to work for me. What's amazing, and I didn't really think this was going to be as impactful. You have to slide this through here. Open that up. I was not expecting the swapping of hands and feet to make this look like an almost completely different character. So we swap these on top. And this gets a little bit bunched up in here. This is the secondary head. It is stationary, no jaw movement. But this is kind of what it looked like when they... I'll plop that down. Then we got our Handmaid's Tale Skeletor here. And I mean, it doesn't look like a completely different character, but it looks like maybe his brother showed up and was farting around. There's Skullman V2. Or V1, I guess, would be this one. This is the one that they did before Mattel sued them. Fun stuff. This has this arrow. It does have an elastic part. And watch, because I put the arrow in here. And then just 1 second, I just hear... Ding! And I luckily found the arrow. Because it works. So these are kind of scary. I don't know the tensile strength of these, and this being an exclusive did scare me a little bit here. So I did not want to mess with this, and taking it out was a little bit of a chore there. So we do have his bow and arrow hooked up, and you can actually do the proper bow and arrow twist here. It can be daunting, though. So you got to line that up just right. Line that up just right. And then slide this in here. And slide it up. I'm actually doing this about 50% easier than I did last time. It's probably because I've done this so many times. Now we're going to try for this. And then this arrow actually has a little notch that it goes into on here. And I just lost it again. I'll have to hunt that later. You can do it. I don't recommend it. I would recommend just sticking this in here maybe. I feel like this should have came with like a ball on it so that it sits in there easier. But then people complain that it has a ball on it. I may have to make something like that just so that I can put it in here. But it's pretty cool. As I said, if I find that they sell this separately, I'm probably going to buy a second one just because I want to have both. This is probably the only character from that Remco line that I really even care about. This knife does go in here. And then this can either go... I prefer it on here because this other loop on this side doesn't really get the angle I want. But there you go. So now you've got Skullman V1 all set and good to go. And then you can also do that and hold it back. As I said, this is making me like the Four Horsemen Mythic Legions line a lot better than I did before. Which says a lot, because usually when I don't like a line, I'm just done. But being told, hey, that's a 1.0 body, that's a 1.0 body, that's a 1.0 body, when all the 2.0s are out, I feel like they need to advertise these. Like, I don't see anywhere on here anything that says 1.0 body, and that really... Or maybe if it just said 2.0 body, then you know everything else is a 1.0. Because I guess the 2.0 body is much better. What's better, I don't know, because I keep buying these and getting 1.0 bodies. But they do tend to use, and this is the fun of business, they do tend to use the 1.0s for homages because they already have the molds, and they don't have to remake a lot of stuff. They can kind of just squish it in there and make it work. So I get it. They do have a dragon guy out right now. I do not know any of the names. And if they have a red or a black one, what I'm hoping for is the black one where the cracks are red. So it looks like he's magma. That's just me hoping and praying. If they come out with a black one, I might do that myself. But I'm going to get that. Because right now all they have is a blue and a green. I'm okay. I'm good not getting that guy. They get a red and black dragon, man, I'm probably going to have to bite. Cosmic Legions wise, I haven't found anything that really tickles the fancy either. As I said, there's a dabble price that is around $40, and these are always around 50 from what I see everywhere. Actually, I'll say $30 now. Like, if it's $30, I'll buy it and see if it's okay. I can always resell it for that $30. But some of these ones are like $60 pops right out of the box, and it's like, that's a bit much to have me do a leap of faith. If you've got a Mythic Legions figure that I should definitely check out, leave that comment below because I would love to be proved wrong. As I said, this figure kind of won me over a little more. Just because of how fun the swapping is on it, and that's like a thing for me. Please like, subscribe, comment. Until next time, I am Alpha Magnus. This toy is standing on its own.